take a big puff, let it fuck your ass up. Inhale this smoke and your violent side comes out. Just the smell alone will knock a motherfucking cop out. We some drill sergeants training soldiers to be tough. So you see the roach click, know the motherfuckers rough. We break legs, break skulls, shatter bones with a bat, and then give you all the fingers so you see the roach tat. Eat a dick up if you're hating what we bring to the table. We some violent weed smokers that are willing and able to fucking kill a bitch, kill a track, chilling with the killers at, rapping about some murder again, and y'all are feeling that, so let's get sick, pull your Glocks and blades. We the type of roaches that resistant to rage. Junkies made what we got, smoke pot till we fall out. Bitches lips pucker up when we pull our balls out. Welcome to the smokehouse, a place you never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. Welcome to the smokehouse, a place you never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. The sickest smoke sessions, we've been inhaling violence. Play the game,
What's up,
pain. We refuse to be silenced. I can't hold it back, I can't hold it in. Only problem I'm having is where to begin. Seen and done so much that I'm out of touch. Reality is something I can't seem to clutch. Just know that I'ma keep it like the tat on my neck. The roach is coming up and we demand respect. Breathe it in when I exhale, smoke in your face. I got the
I gotta get to the point where I can pretty much do the first level.
Catch me later in a freezer with 11 dead bodies and a bloody wife beater. I'm the teacher of the killers that be stoned like a hippie, and the pleaser of the bitches that be loving a quickie.
You can always restart the levels.
Come and get me if you wanna fucking fight. I'm higher than a kite with a real big knife. Welcome to the smokehouse, a place you never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. Welcome to the smokehouse, a place you never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. Mental stability been got tossed out the window. Still these bitches out here trying to play me like Nintendo. Sickness still runs deep, I ain't with these games. Got the migraine pounding on what's left of my brain. I'ma smoke, get away and pray for better days. Dream about a way we can get the roach paid. Knocking over stations, robbing banks, ain't gonna cut it. Just give me weed and money, two things I'm in love with, and that excludes me, which would make number 3. But I hate me just as much without the cheddar and tree. Doesn't make me who I am, am I less of a man? I'm self-inflicting wounds without a blunt in my hand. I don't get down like a cutter, but I'll cut to the chase. Your boy Duff gets sick without blunts to the face, but I'm smoking now, so you're safe and sound, and I'ma keep it unreal for the underground. Welcome to the smokehouse.
I know it's kind of late, but I just wanted to play this game. I've been thinking about it all day. And I'm cooking chili right now. I got a big ass thing of chili on the stove.
Never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. Welcome to the smokehouse.
Yeah, I don't want to be asleep and have that stove on. So I'm going to stay up for like a few hours and just kind of sit with the chili.
Welcome to the smokehouse, a place you never heard of, where we pack our swishers and bongs full of murder. The shit I'm spitting out will make a corner.
I should use a bomb because I'm like my stable's full, you know what I mean? Once you have 3 bombs, you can't really collect bomb fragments anymore.
Something's gotta kill us, and the weed will probably do it. Is you tripping? Get it right, dog. The weed ain't doing nothing.
Let's see. You gotta be up early for doctor's appointment tomorrow. Yeah, man. Do your thing, dude. I was gonna play this game anyway. I figure I might as well just like turn on YouTube. You know what I mean? I just want to get some practice because my goal is to beat this game. This is a really hard shooter. At least it is for me. My goal is to beat this game on easy, you know, on its easiest mode. I got the first boss down, but the first boss is always the easiest. That's the way it should be in any shooter. I would any game really, you know. There we go. So I got the first boss down, but man, apparently there's 5 levels. I've gotten to the 5th level, last boss. I've gotten to the last boss, what I think is the last boss. I got through level 5 mid boss. I got to the end of level 5, and then I was just like, I'm done. I'd be happy if I get to that point right now. Like, to like get good at these type of games, I gotta play them like a lot. Like, and I gotta only be playing the one game, you know? Especially with like everything else going on with life. You know, I got like a family and like work and stuff that takes time, you know? Stuff that eats like all of my time. Oh, soundtrack's rocking in this level. God damn it. Fuck. At least I still got all my bombs. Alright. This game really reminds me of Crimson Clover. Especially with the mechanics and all. But it's a good thing, though. Damn. That's right. Yeah, I used a bomb. Yeah, I used a bomb, but... Alright, it's 2 bosses. Have I gotten extend yet? I don't think so. It's every 300,000 points. Shit, I should have got 2 of them by now. Alright, I gotta remember, I've gotten to the level 5 boss before. This is only level 3. This game is so good, dude. This is definitely the shoot. I'll make a claim of the shooter of the year for this one. Even though it really came out like 2 years ago or whatever, but I'm just now getting into it. Yeah, I've had this on Steam for a minute. I didn't get in. I haven't gotten into it. Like, I played it, but something about it being on the Switch and, like, you know, being physical and all that made me want to play it more. Plus the fact that this is like NG Dev Team's like first like HD shooter. So I guess this is the first one that's not going to be on like a Neo Geo cartridge. Which is interesting, you know. There we go, there's an extend. I don't think you can hold more than 3 lives at a time. I guess it, you know, after you have 3 in your stable or your stock, whatever, it's just, I guess it's just like points after that. Shit. Ooh. Alright, now these bosses start getting hard now. Starting with this one. Ooh, god damn it. I ran right into that fucking thing. What's up, dude? Did I just hit pause? I died. Fuck, I had 3 bombs, too. Crackhead. I do not smoke crack. I do have a vape, though. A blue vape. I've never tried crack ever in my life, but that's always one of those things I was always too scared to try, you know. Meth too, I've never done that in any type of form. Out here in Baltimore, crack was a pretty popular thing. Meth, not so much. I've never heard of anyone. It's probably out here by now, but even when I was growing up, I never heard anyone ever mention anything about meth. I have heard people mention stuff about crack, though, you know, growing up. I'll tell you what's crazy is that fentanyl shit, dude. Like when I was growing up, the only like fentanyl stuff that I heard about growing up was like those like the lollipops, right? They had like it said like the only reason I know anything about this back in like the mid 2000s when my grandmother was dying, I remember she had these like fentanyl like lollipops. That's the only time I ever knew anything about fentanyl. But now it's like the dope isn't dope anymore. It's fentanyl. Like it's crazy. I guess apparently it's like super strong. It just like kills you. Let's see. Oh, God. Alright. I gotta focus on this shit. I've beaten this guy before. I can do it again. Starting with level 3, the boss, man, the difficulty cranks on this boss. Every time I die, so every time you die, you get 1 bomb. That kind of sucks. Usually you get at least 3. Ugh. Oh my God. Never do stimulants when you... So shouldn't you do stimulants if you're out of shape to like get in shape? Right? Didn't they used to prescribe? There was like some shit when I was in high school. There was like this stimulant they used to prescribe the kids. There was a kid I knew that actually got prescribed this. It was like it was 2 different pills. Like one was an upper and one was a downer. It was supposed to counteract the upper. God, what was that? It was like Fin or something. Fin or something. Do you remember that? It was back in like the late 90s. All right, shield or bomb. I will go with this. All right. Ritalin. Ugh. This is the easiest setting for this game too. No more bombs. No more lives either. This is it. Alright, he does this like circle thing here in a sec. Oh, man, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna... He turns into a form where he's right in the middle, and then there's like these... It's like a spiral, and he keeps... you have to like spin around with him in the spiral. I feel like I want to restart the level. God damn it. All right, dude, since you're here, it's just you know, just me and you right now. I'll tell you a story, right? And there's something crazy that happened to me when I was at work one day, just something that I saw. So just this is like a place I worked at. It was in East Baltimore. We were actually on like a smoke break, so we were kind of like all out in front of this business. Just it was like a 15-minute break or whatever. But there was all these like helicopters in the air. Maybe it was just one helicopter in the air, but it kept circling around, and you can tell it was looking for something. In Baltimore, there's always a helicopter in the air. As a matter of fact, I think there's like a law or something where one has to be in the air like at all times or whatever. At least for a period of time, it was like that. Anyway, there was these helicopters, and they kept flying around. Or this one helicopter. Anyway, two. There was helicopters in the air. And you could tell something was going on, and then out of nowhere you heard this like motorcycle come like zooming by. And this, you got to understand, this place where we worked at, it's like row homes, so it's like a city block. It's just like nothing but like solid wall, but like in the part of the wall that we were all standing in front of, there was like a cutout spot for like a garage. But it wasn't a garage. It was like kind of like a cubby hole for like trash cans, and there was like a loading dock back there. So it was like a decent little size area, you know, like a little truck or something could pull back there and unload shit, you know, something like that. So this motorcycle, and again, this is like right next to where our like smoke break area is. This motorcycle zips into that little cubby hole, and the guy jumps off the motorcycle, and he gets underneath my buddy. It's actually my boss, or one of my bosses, or supervisor, I guess you'd say. He gets underneath my supervisor's like truck, and the guy drives an SUV. The guy was actually sitting inside his SUV with another coworker smoking a cigarette, because that's where he just liked to smoke his cigarettes in his car. And the guy sitting in the passenger seat screamed like a little girl. He was like, "Hey!" It was so funny. And I was just like watching the whole thing, like from maybe like 20 feet away. And the guy didn't know what to do, so he just like turned his truck on. But while the guy was underneath of his truck, he was wearing a backpack. He was wearing like a leather like biker jacket, and I don't really know what kind of pants he had on. But he was wearing like a biker helmet, and he had like a change of clothes inside of this backpack. Underneath my buddy's truck, this dude whips out like a dress shirt and like a tie and everything, and throws that shit on. And fucking, he left the jacket, the biker jacket, and the helmet underneath my buddy's truck, but he took the book bag. And this dude, and like, so cops start running in from like all these different directions, right? A ton of cops. And this dude walks by all of them and just walks away just as smooth, like he had nothing to do with, like just as smooth. And it was just so funny to see. And as he was walking, he flicked something out of his waistband. It was like I don't know what it was, but it was definitely something he didn't want them to find on him, you know. And he just walked right on, like no one's business. And we were all just standing out there like, oh my God. I don't know if that guy ever got caught, but I just remember that. That really stands out in my mind of like crazy shit that I've seen in Baltimore, you know. All right, I'm gonna try this level one more time, and then I'm calling it a night. Damn it. All right, one more bomb and I got a full stable. Well, No more lives. 2 bombs, though. That's okay. I should keep my 2 bombs. Nah, they took one. They took one. Oh, he still took a life from me, fuckers. When it says like that, survive, that's when you use a bomb right before you're taking a hit. Fuck. Oh, here we go. God damn it. There we go. Got his ass. I've beaten this level before. This level like seemed really. This is a hard level, but I got through it. Rockin' soundtrack on this level too. That level 5, though, man, that boss is ridiculous. Oh, god damn you. Damn it. All right. Ugh. Got him. Oh yeah, I found a pretty good drum and bass mix today. I found this just on YouTube. This guy is like DJ John B. I found him looking for some old John Tab. John Tab is like old 90s like drum and bass jungle DJ. Fuck. God. That's just the mid-boss. I got this, like a physical copy of this. I've bought most of their other games on Dreamcast. I mean, even like, God, like 2012, maybe like 12, 14 years, something like that. There's two companies, one called NG Dev Team and the other one's called HughCast. And from what I understand, it's just like two brothers. One owns one company and one owns the other. This is level 5 of this game. So this is the difficulty's cranked up on this. I've got to the last boss. I haven't beat the last boss yet. And I don't know if I have it in me to grind it out tonight. This is a hard game. For me, anyway. But it's a game, it really reminds me of another game called Crimson Clover. That's also on the Switch. If I don't know if you're playing this on Steam or on the Switch, but... Bitch. Oh god, alright, so this is the last boss. I have not beaten this thing yet. The shit comes from like all angles. Like, whew. Hold on, let me. Whew. Oh god. Dean, what's up, Dean? I was just trying to get some practicing on this game, dude. This is a fucking hard game. This is the last boss. I'm not even gonna like front and act like I'm gonna beat this last boss, but it took me a few weeks of like playing this game just to get this far. But yeah, here I'll show you the box and shit that it came in. All right, so this is our community's very own Danmaku man did the artwork for this game. So yeah, Danmaku man did the artwork for GunVein. That's awesome that they used him. And there's this version that comes. It's like the limited edition. There's gonna be a collector's edition. NG Dev Team always does this. They do a limited edition, then they do a collector's edition that has like the soundtrack in the game, and it'll have like a figurine. Like for Gunlord, they did it. And they did it for Ryzen EX. They did it for that game too, but which I actually also have right here. Let me tell you something. I've bought and sold Neo Geo AES systems just for that game. Ryzen it's not EX on the Neo Geo, but it's just Ryzen. All right, God, this fucking game, dude. Let's see, what time is it? All right, hold on one second. God, I gotta fucking... My girl just got a new car. I gotta tint the windows on her car tomorrow. Well, I'm not gonna do it. My boy's gonna do it, but... God, he uses that expensive ass tint too. That shit's probably gonna cost me like $400. Oh, Lord. No video games this week. I'm not gonna not get my girl's car tinted though, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna not do that. What kind of man would I be? Alright, the shit's gonna start coming from like the bottom, from the sides. Ugh. Oh. Okay, I will take that. I think I got one more checkpoint. No, I don't. Oh well. The regular edition, yeah. I see. Do you see them on eBay? They're like 100 and like $200 for the soundtrack one. Bitch. I'm gonna beat this fucking game. It's not gonna be tonight, but my goal is to beat this game. Now, I had another goal for a game that I actually beat that I kind of felt the same way about, and that game is Cyber Shadow. Have any of you guys played Cyber Shadow? Look, anyone watching me, Destiny FOMO, Dean TV. Dean TV knows what I'm talking about because Dean TV watched me play Cyber Shadow. All right, so Destiny FOMO, right? I'm going to tell you about a game that you got to check out. Do you like Shovel Knight? I like Shovel Knight. I think Shovel Knight is the shit. I love Shovel Knight. But there's like another game that I don't know if it was actually Yacht Club Games that programmed it or whatever. They published Shovel Knight, but they published this other game, Cyber Shadow, which is kind of like Shovel Knight, but like a Ninja Gaiden version of Shovel Knight. Like it's all the best parts of the Messenger without that weird 16-bit shit that they fucked up that game with on the Messenger. You know what I'm talking about if you played the Messenger. It's kind of like the Messenger, only way better, and it's just like if they didn't fuck the Messenger up, it's kind of like what the Messenger should have been. But Yacht Club Games published Cyber Shadow digitally only, unfortunately. I don't know, man. Someone needs to... I mean, Yacht Club Games, they do their own publishing physical, right? Or I think, did Limited Run Games do a version of Shovel Knight? I don't know. Cyber Shadow is the shit. If I could push one game on people right now, it would be Cyber Shadow. It's just, it's that good. I was in the Bahamas when I fucking beat that game. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that because I was, with my family on vacation, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was fucking, I was on the cruise ship, like on my way to the Bahamas. Cyber Shadow. Yeah, I beat Cyber Shadow in the Bahamas, And then I actually beat it twice in the Bahamas. I beat it once, and then I just to like, it was really more my ego than anything else. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this shit again, right? And I fucking beat it again. And my girl was watching me for a second. She's like, she's like, look at this motherfucker here. Because, after you beat a game like Cyber Shadow, it's like, look at me, bitches, Ugh. Grabbed Cyber Shadow a long time ago on Switch, yeah. Well, you need to get around to play. Me too. That's the same thing I did. I just saw it on there one day. I was like, oh, this looks cool, so I bought it, right? That's what I did too. And the reason I found it was when you can look through your Switch games and you can like sort them to digital only. I was going through the digital shit and I was like, what is Cyber Shadow? I was like, this kind of looks cool. And I just started playing it one day, right? I was playing it for like 5 minutes and I was like, this is fucking good, right? I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. And it's kind of like got a little bit of the Metroidvania shit. I'll be honest, I'm not huge on that Metroidvania shit, but it's got a little bit of, not much. Very linear. I like the linear games. I like when games are linear. I don't like when I have to go back and do shit. I don't like that. Cyber Shadow doesn't really have that. So basically you're just unlocking power-ups. Here, you should get this. Look. Have you, like, again, the version of this on the Neo Geo, I've bought and sold Neo Geo systems over this game. But this right here, this is the game that they actually put out physically before they did GunVein. This is like this is a CGI game, so it's really like it's something that you would think would come out more on like a Neo Geo CD with some of the stuff going on in the game, but no, that game actually came out originally. They threw it on a cartridge, and I missed out on copies of that for like $500 and $600 because something in me was like, I'll get it even cheaper than that, which stupid me, no. So when the price went up to like $1,200, I was like, fuck this, I'm selling my Neo Geo. And then I had like some carts too, and it was like Samurai Showdown, like Super Spy, or just like some dumb shit, I was just like, I don't want any of this. I ended up selling it all to this Middle Eastern dude. They had a ton of money, and he was just like, I always wanted one of these systems when I was growing up. All my friends had them. This is a dude from when I say Middle Eastern, he was in some Middle Eastern country when he was messaging me, but he said all his friends growing up had Neo Geo systems. Like, it was like Saudi Arabia or some shit. Anyway, the dude shot me an offer. It was a lot. I forget how much. I think he bought the system off me for like 700 games for it ended up being a lot. And he was like, "Do you think this is fair?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, let me know." I was like, "No." Then I sold my Neo Geo CD. I kept the games for it, the shooters for it, because I was thinking maybe one day I could find something like a Polymega or something I could play them on. I mean, for real, I think I could actually rip those ROMs with my computer on like a CD drive. All I'm trying to do right now is kind of learn some of these patterns. I'm just trying to absorb the patterns like in my subconscious, Who do you guys use when you play this game? Or Dean? I don't think Dean has played this one yet. Dean's probably... This motherfucker only plays this one game. Yeah, I don't even... See, I don't emulate, really. Dean gets on me about that shit. And he thinks I'm, like, anti-emulation. I'm not, but... I don't emulate. I play, like, the original... But I'm also the kind of guy where I'm almost embarrassed to admit, you know, some of the amounts of money I've spent on some of these shooters. It's not... Dude, if my girl... She knows, but... Like, if she was mad at me about something and she had it in, like, the forefront of her mind, that shit will come out. You know what I mean? That shit will come out. So, I just don't talk about it with her, you know? I'll give you an example. Like, Harmful Park, I paid $500 for that bitch. That's, you know? My kid's in college right now. He bought... Well, you know, I did buy the... You know... I pay for my kid. I'm just saying I could have given it to my kid or something, but my kid's good. He's got everything he needs. But that's just an example of why I would feel bad about a purchase like that. Shit, I'm not really, because my kid's good. My kid's got a better computer than what I got. Bah, you motherfucker. God, I'll tell you something, my girl, she did it today. Like, I don't say anything because, like, I don't want to, like, seem like I'm crazy. She will have her feet, like, she'll like kind of cross her feet to, like, put her foot up, like, on her, like, knee, you know what I mean? And when she crosses her leg, her shoes or whatever will, like kind of slide across my dashboard, and I'm just like, oh God. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be a dick, you know, but it's just like, oh my God. I know. It's petty, isn't it? That's some petty bullshit. That's how guys are with their cars, though, man. Oh, don't get me started on my kid. That motherfucker, God. Dude, he was going on about something that he was some YouTuber or some bullshit. He was going on about something. This motherfucker slapped. I drive a stick. This motherfucker like slaps my car, like the fucking, because I was shifting. I was in the middle of shifting, but he like slaps the car, throws it in neutral. It's like, oh Lord. And he's damn near 19 years old and still don't have his driver's license. He's getting there, though. I just got to accept that the kids don't grow up as fast as they used to. God, I want to say like maybe 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I've been with the same woman for like damn near 15 years now. But anyway, I want to say like maybe 7, 8 years ago, I had this Lexus, right? This thing, I was so proud of this car, right? Did a bunch of work to it. It was all hooked up. Anyway, she would put her purse like on my dashboard, right? I used to look at this thing and I said something one day and she was like, She's like, oh, you know. And then you hear about it for years afterwards. She's like, oh, you're so petty. You wouldn't even let me put my purse on your dash. You know, it's like, and God, when you say it like that, it makes me seem like such an asshole, right? All right, I'll do this level one more time. One more time. Then I'll call it a night. I'm just trying to absorb the patterns here. Yeah, this guy. I can't speak for all men, but I just don't like the feet on the dash. I would never do that. Maybe if I was in like a work vehicle or like something like that, I might. But I like to keep my shit probably cleaner than most. I clean the car once a week. You know, I'm from Baltimore. It's we take pride in our cars, you know. Has more to do with how and where I was raised than anything else. See, if you like this game, check out Crimson Clover. That's one that I like. I've been playing that since I've been playing that on the PC for many years, and then it got a Switch port a few years ago. And then I pre-ordered a physical. I got a physical like PC version of the Dojin, the original Dojin version, but they supposed to print a Switch port. I pre-ordered it like 3 years ago. It never came. That company, First Press Games. Yeah, I got pre-orders with them like fucking 3-4 years old. I've emailed them before, and I wasn't being a dick. I was just like, hey, is this game going to come out anytime soon? Like, I don't care. Like, I know you guys are probably getting a lot of heat right now. I really don't, you know. Yes, I did pre-order some of your shit, but I'm not going to be a dick about it. It's not going to help. Me being an asshole is not going to help either one of us get anything done, right? So what the fuck's the point? They did answer one of my emails a couple years ago. They were like, "Oh, they were like, God, what did they say? They said something like, oh, we're gonna update our website and add like shipping and details, production details, or something." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Yeah, I don't really order. See, there, I live near this video game store chain called Just Press Play. The guy that owns it's actually like one of the $100,000 Super Mario Brother guys. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. But he's got like 4 of these game stores out in PA. But anyway, he got the thing with like limited run, strictly limited, super rare, like damn near all of them. He gets like all that shit in his store, like a couple of each, you know. So I got a guy out in Lancaster that he knows that I'm into the shooters, so he'll they've called me before about certain games. So I thought that was pretty cool. Shit, they got a damn a sealed copy of Magical Chase right now on TurboGrafx. And I would love to have it, but it's like 50 grand. Or 45 grand or whatever the fuck, something like that. Which seems kind of fair for that game. And I collect TurboGrafx. Like, I don't really collect video games, but like when it comes to that, I collect TurboGrafx games. Like, I collect like ones in the box. That's a system I collect for. And PC Engine. Like, I'm not bullshitting. Like, I got a lot of... Dean knows. And then pretty much anything I have on any systems is going to be all shooters. Their lives got 3 bombs, though. I think I got one more checkpoint left. All right, one more checkpoint. Okay. You see that there? Damn. I gotta have my finger on the down button of this controller right before. Hold on 1 second. Sweet. All right. God, I'm glad I paused the game right there. Yeah, I'm just trying to absorb. Oh, God. I'm just trying to absorb the patterns in my mind. That's all. Like, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but like I know I'm not going to beat this boss right now. God, he ate all my lives too. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Grab first PC Engine games when you were in Japan a few weeks ago. God, I bet that was... I don't really want to go into like cost or anything, but I went on a cruise and that shit was like, for me and my girl and my kid, that was like, let me add it up. See, I rented a car because I didn't want to drive my car down there. So let's see, that was like $3,500. Not too bad. Japan though, I would want at least $3,500 to like spend on video games. So you're talking like 10 grand to go down there. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. God, I found some banging ass PC Engine games that hold on, let me show you. Alright, here, I found them. Alright. First one, right? This is a good one. This came out on TurboGrafx too, right? The TurboGrafx one's like stupid expensive, but the PC Engine one's not. But Terraforming, the guy that did like artwork for like Aliens and fucking bunch of movies, like he did some of the graphics for this game. Wanted to check out the Terraforming. And then Dean, I got Dean playing this one. This is this is in the Star Soldier series. So Star Soldier, Soldier Blade, Final Soldier, Star Parodier. And this is like a those Parodius games, you know, like the Gradius system, the Gradius style games with the Parodius. This is like that, but Star Soldier. So, oh, I got a Dracula X. But this is the one that I really want to show you. It's called Razanbar 3. There's a Razanbar 2 that came out. The first one came out on like the Sharp X 68000, but the third one is the one that you want to play. Yeah, it's pretty hard. It's about as hard as this game that we're playing right now, but this one's got like some banging mechanics. It's kind of like R-Type, but with a lot more added mechanics. And there's so the PC Engine, the shooters on the PC Engine do something that I really like. They do this like timing based shots where based on like how long you go without holding your finger on the button or however long you go like holding your finger on the button. Like this, like Razanbar 3 does a thing where you hold your finger on the button and like 1 or 2 seconds goes by and a meters fills up. And you let your finger off the shot button and all these missiles fly everywhere, and then you throw your finger right back on, then you're just firing away again. So all you are is like you're taking your finger off the shot button like every 2 or 3 seconds, and you're just throwing missiles everywhere. It's just like part of the mechanics of this. This one's probably gonna run you like $100 in that ballpark, but it's worth it. This is a good PC Engine shooter. If you ever see this one in your travels, you probably will if you're going to Japan and shit. But Razanbar 3, I've seen it around. And I've seen it. This is the first time I actually picked up a copy. But this is my recommendation right here on PC Engine shooters. As far as like ones that you probably aren't aware of. Like, but my favorites are like, you know, like Blazing Lasers, Soldier Blade. I got a complete inbox Soldier Blade. That's pretty. I'm proud of that. And I got an Air Zonk with the box and shit. Yep. Oh, and I'll tell you, since if you're still here, I'll tell you, and I've said this a million times on this channel, my best flea market find ever. I found a copy of Border Down on the Dreamcast. That same day, I found a few other Dreamcast games. I live in a very transient area, so there's a lot of people like coming and going, you know, like a lot of like traveling folk, a lot of import shit. But I got Border Down, the collector's edition of Border Down. I got Border Down, Shikigami no Shiro 2, and Twinkle Star Sprites for Dreamcast. And I remember the dude was like, these are kind of pricey. He was like, all right. He was like, look up some solds on eBay, and I'll just and this was a few years ago, but he was like, we'll just cut it in half. And I was like, shit, all right. So that was a good day. What other game stuff? I got a copy of Eliminate Down on Genesis. That's another shooter I've been playing. I haven't been streaming it, but I've been playing it a lot lately. Eliminate Down. It controls well, good mechanics. It's a shooter that came out in like South Korea on the Mega Drive, but they did like a retro bit port. Yeah, that's just, I don't know, game stuff. I've just been playing GunVein, and I do want to get back into. I haven't played this in like a month, this Razanbar 3, but it's been on my mind. I got one of those analog duo things, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna set this right on my computer, that way I don't forget. All right, dude, I gotta go to sleep. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll be on tomorrow night, so I'll be on here tomorrow night. It'll probably be like 9-10 o'clock, but I'll be here. All right, guys, till next time, peace.